You want to know what the mindset of a high achiever looks like? I'm about to tell you that right now. My name is Setema Gali. 3, 2, 1, let's go. First and foremost, the mindset, right? When I say mindset, how I think, how I see, how I perceive. First thing is the mindset of an achiever. High achiever says this: I can. It's it, like first, like just say it out loud. I can. I will. I must. If you don't think you can, then that's how you show up. So they've rewired and they've trained and they've reframed their brain to be like, I can. And the best way to say this is everything is possible. Everything is possible. Oh, it's not quite everything is awesome, but everything's possible. What would it take? Once you have that mindset, like everything's possible. In fact, I dare you to walk around today saying, I can, I will, I must. Everything is possible. What would it take? I can, I will, I must. Everything is possible. What would it take? If you can do that, that's going to begin to rewire how you see the world. You see, two people can walk up to a situation, right? And these two people can see the same thing, but actually see something way different. Two investors can walk up to a piece of property, real estate. One sees an opportunity like, oh, this can work because they have a mindset, they know the marketplace, they got experience. The other one walks up and says, oh, that's just a house, right? Again, all mindset. So the first thing is I can, I will, I must. Everything is possible. What would it take? Now, when I say everything is possible, like there's a piece of this mindset that just knows, okay, it might be time. For example, today, if I offered you and wrote you a check for $1 million, could you run 100 miles in under 24 hours? Some of you, if you're an ultramarathon runner, you'd be like, that's easy. But for most of you, you couldn't do it right now, even if I offered you 10 million, because you don't have the capacity. So if I give you a year, you could. Again, what would it take? Timing, training, practice, rehearsal. First thing is, I can, I will, I must. Everything is possible. What would it take? That's the first part. Okay, the second part of the mindset of a high achiever. I get knocked down, I get back up. Say it. Get knocked down, get back up. Life is going to knock you down. You're going to face failure. That's why you have to have the mindset of, I get knocked down, I get back up, which means I learn my lesson, I adjust, I adapt, and I pivot. I extract the principle and the thing that's going to help me. I know not what to do, and I know what to do. Get knocked down, get back up. I got 3 boys. And if you were to walk up to my boys at any time and say, get knocked down, they will say, get back up. And this mindset goes a long ways because in sports and business and life and school with friends and even just the figurative parts of life, you're going to face adversity. You're going to get hit in the mouth figuratively and sometimes literally. You're going to face disappointment. You're going to feel discouraged. You're going to lose. Things aren't going to bounce your way. They're not going to go your way. So when you get knocked down, say it. Get back up, right? And that's an amazing piece of this. So it's always possible. What would it take? Get knocked down, get back up. Third thing is every prize has a price. Am I willing to pay it? That's a mindset. Like every prize has a price. Am I willing to pay it? Now, the prize is the thing that you want. I get it. Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, that would be so nice to have that car. Well, the car is a $100,000 car. Go get the money and pay for the car. Now, there's a mindset shift when it comes to paying the price. One of my mentors, billionaire, he said this. He said, Setema, the piper is going to be had. The piper is going to be had. You either pay him now or pay him later. You pay him later, way costly, way more expensive. It's expensive. So you got to say, okay, cool, mindset of an achiever, right? Mindset, right? I can, I will, I must. What would it take? Because everything is possible. Second thing, get knocked down, get back up. I get knocked down, I get back up. But when I get back up, I've got to learn. I've got to extract the lessons. I've got to find the blueprint of things so I don't get hit again the same way. And if I do, I get back up, bounce back up. Third thing is, again, every prize has a price. If you want the prize, pay it, because the piper is going to get paid. You got to understand, like, the piper is going to be paid. It's going to be had. This is how achievers think. What would it take? Well, pay the price. Get knocked down, get back up. Final piece is what I say. If it is to be, it's up to me. Now think about this. In the 13 principles, as part of our curriculum, principle 13 says no one is coming to save you. Not your mom, not your dad, not your pastor, not your coach, not your business partner, not your children, not your spouse. No one's coming to save you, which means, and again, I'm not talking about salvation in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. No one's coming to save you, which means if it is to be, it is up to me. For you, if it is to be, it is up to you. This is pure mindset. This is like ownership. Jocko Willink says in his book, Extreme Ownership. The moment you take extreme ownership of your life, like extreme, I own my life. Everything happens because of me and for me and to me, but for me, and I can change my world. So, my invitation to you is ask yourself, am I still blaming other people? Am I still being a victim? Do I believe that everything is possible? If your answer is no, then you already know right now your mind ain't right. Because I know everything's possible. I want to go be a billionaire. What would it take? I don't want to be a billionaire, at least not right now. I like my lifestyle. I like certain things about my life. Get knocked down, get back up. If you're not getting knocked down, that means you're like not even playing the game of life. You're not even in the game. And if I want the prize, I've got to pay the price. And everything has a price. On the flip side, there's also a cost. That's another conversation. And then, of course, the final piece is, if it's to be, it's up to me. If you implement these simple mindset tips and just, again, train yourself, rewire your brain, start thinking like this. I can, I will, I must. Everything's possible. What would it take? Get knocked down, get back up. If I want the prize, pay the price. And if it is to be, it is up to me. My friends, if this is useful and you want help to shift your mindset permanently and to rewire your mindset so you see a world of abundance and a world of possibility, and you don't see obstacles, you see opportunities. Things aren't adversity, they're forgery. Like it's the fire that forges you. Things aren't bad. They're just lessons and teachers in disguise to help you to grow. If you want that, join me every single month. I do a live experience, which is designed to help you become your greatest version of you. Join me. Click the link inside of the description. Join us for the live experience. In a day and an age of where information is so rampant, information, ChatGPT, videos like this, social media, there is a power in connecting and being with people. There is a power in coming together in an experience, whether it's virtual and or in person. I invite you to join us live on my monthly experience. Hit the link in the description, and I'll see you there. I'm out.
Let's go. See, it's more than the game that we changing. We don't do it for the block, do it for the name. Yeah. No, there ain't no stopping it. If you really want it, better rock with it. This is how to be a game changer. Better put your pride down, heavy, get your pen up. Wanna be the greatest, we ain't stopping till we win, yo. This is how to make it when they hating, we ain't worried what they saying. This is how to be a game changer.